Right then, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's very helpful as I'm trying to grow and build something interesting. Forgive the lighting, I think I probably look terrible. Never mind that. So, today I have uh, I have an illustration that I'm going to be doing, and it's number 6, the witchy witch with a big kitty cat. So, I haven't done the cat yet. The cat's going to be the drawing for today when I'm editing the video, and this is just the process where I go through um, illustrating and finalizing the design for the cat, or the witch and the cat. I think I've given her quite a bit of really good personality in terms of the suit and the outfit. It's really unique and strange. Okay, remember, liquefy tool. If you make her a little bit too buff, you can always shrink that down a little bit. And I am seeing some really interesting results with this just one layer smudge technique. And I really like what's happening there. If I can translate it over to the other elements, eventually it's going to speed up the process quite a lot. Uh, anyway, looking good so far. Did I mess up the hands or did I do good job of the hands? I don't know. Oh yeah, I messed up the feet. The feet are a problem on this picture. But I do think the way her shoe design came out was kind of interesting. I kind of like it. It looks like weirdly modern. Anyway, I'll have to do a side view of it. So those feet are actually okay, but I didn't really like the angle that much. She looked a little bit like bow-legged, pigeon-toed. And if you tilt them out in the right way, she's going to look less awkward. So I did that, and now they look less awkward, and she looks more stable, as if her ankles can actually run a mile. Anyhow, so of course we're going to go over a little bit with line art to define it, but I think what's happened here is like a good process in the technique, or good progress in the technique process. Good grief. Um, some nice progress with the technique. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. I think I messed up her face. I'll have to do it again. And the this is also working for me, like this white layer. It's great. Okay, quick presto changeo, turn around, check your anatomy, study your anatomy, get it in your head where the muscles go. Doesn't really matter if you know their names, but get it in your head. If you want to draw back properly, look at people's backs. Use references all the time. I mean, if, eventually it'll come to a point where you don't need to use references, but simply by at a certain stage in your illustration career or journey, focusing on using reference 100% of the time, what you will find is that your visual library becomes more acutely developed, and you'll be able to access a lot more information quite effectively and easily. Okay, done the turnaround and, messed up the face. Doing it again. Face is still messed up. Her nose is weird. Okay, never mind that. So the reference image contains a thirsty witchy girl, a Rasta priestess, feathers, someone who looks like a lycanthrope warrior or something, and a large cat. I can't even remember or well, just a normal cat, but I can't even remember what breed those cats are. Okay, so the sort of adventurer style outfit, but it's kind of weird with that spiral zipper. I think I've done it before. I don't know if I'm being entirely unoriginal. Oh, I don't care because it still works. And I like the. I should have copied the skin and just played with it instead of doing what I did here. However, it didn't turn out that badly. In fact, it looked kind of good. So there's much to be said about the practice that I've been doing on the one layer. Because you can do it just like with a color wash, apply a little bit of paint and like spread it out, or pigment, whatever you call it. Anyway, so weird wrapping around the legs. It looks like it could probably evolve into something. I mean, these outfits, the gears themselves change as the characters encounter new situations and challenges. So that's one of the ideas. Because it's like adaptive gear outfits. Okay, so putting in some detail here. Once again, I can't tell you how much I love the symmetry tool. You can just create such iconic looking imagery simply because you have the actual reference. Yes, yes. I forgot to shoot the cape. I illustrated those gauntlets beautifully, and I forgot to shoot the cape. The cape has teeth. Yeah, so this cape's going to be blood stained. Like that whole thing is a mouth almost, essentially. But it's also its structure. There's almost like this insectoid looking framework within the cape. It's like it would be flat as well. If you visualize it from the side, it wouldn't be particularly thick, but I mean, it doesn't have to be thick if you think of, composite materials or even bone, to be able to provide a sort of rigid structure. And the cape can envelop her and cover her. I don't know if I'm going to consider adding interesting attributes to the fur on the cape itself. Like it is essentially like plate mail, in a way. Like it's just layers on layers of like relatively thin and tough kind of long sort of flat finger plates. I don't know. Maybe that's actually kind of a good idea. It's great actually rewatching these videos and conceptualizing how you would explain that. Okay, so those are probably going to be attachment points where the cape connects with her body. Now, you've also got to remember that that face with the teeth on the cape is what goes around the neck. It's actually the collar of the cape itself. And there are other thoughts that I have regarding this in terms of perhaps giving the cape like a extra dimensional storage capacity. So, for example, if there's an image of something on the cape, you could actually pull it out. I've seen it in a couple of fantasy images with tattoos and stuff. I can't remember the artist, and I'm not going to reference it, but it's cool, and I'm going to steal it because it's cool. Not going to steal it. I'm going to steal it. I'm going to pay homage, but using the concept in a cape, I think it'd work as well. Anyhow, so I just went totally nuts with detail on this. I remember I was playing with the brush at 100% opacity, and for some, and trying to see how I could, kind of speed up the detailing process a little, a smidge. It creates a nice effect, though. I mean, it looks more cartoony if you think about it. Like, bring that down. We could talk differently about rendering characters and stuff. Let's see. I like my small detail, though. Crazy like that. Okay. And yeah, the joy of it is the thing that I want to see is I want to see these things moving. Oh my gosh, animators. You know, somebody who has way too much free time and energy on their hands, please contact me. No, I'm probably gonna have to do this shit myself. But it's gonna look great once we've rendered all of these things into 3D size. But there's 31 of them. And I'm stubborn. I'm gonna draw them all. We're gonna make them all. Um, what a collection it would be. Wow. Anyhow, so going over the process once again, it's a layer up, and you're essentially always layering pixels. You're always just layering the pixels on and on and on. So do a layer, smudge a layer, do a layer, smudge a layer. Even if it's on one layer, you've just got to make sure that it gets you the effect that you require. That's all. Doesn't matter how you get there, as long as it looks the way you want it. Except if you do AI, that's stealing. Anyway, so I am going to cut out the face here. Yeah, this whole video channel, I sparked it back to life simply for the protest of, like, you know what? This is how art and illustration is done. This is what it's about, right? It is a labor of love, and it is worthy of respect. And yeah, I started that because I'm stubborn. Now, looking at quite a few more subscribers than I've had before, or from the start of this, and a little community that's starting to build and grow. Okay, so here we've done the belt. All right. So you could see earlier, as I was waxing lyrical, that collar goes around her neck. And I didn't finish this piece in this session. I didn't finish the buckle. That's weird. Why didn't you finish the buckle? I don't know. Maybe I was in a rush. It was late. So, okay, there's the front flappy thingy. Oh, you'll see later. Remember, use the symmetries, use the guides and the drawing guides and stuff. It's really fun. It's really useful, and it can speed up the process of doing something quite complicated and technical. It can make it just seriously fun to do. Yeah. So yeah, giving that edging. Needs to have a bit of an edging. That fantasy stuff that you don't know if it's gold or armor or rubber or what. Yeah, it's that. I went downstairs, did something. Good thing with such an high speed edit, if I do something or mess up or don't use the camera don't use the iPad for a moment, it becomes a very short moment. Doesn't have to worry. We don't have to worry about it. Wow, rambling on. Okay, this belt. All in all, I think this character is kind of simple. It's not the most complex character of the lot. I didn't spend as much time developing the character in terms of throwing a whole bunch of detail at it and everything. But I think that adds a little to her charm. Where like the others were like, look, she's also already really detailed. And there's a lot going on in the picture. But it felt kind of natural to get it to this point and make it look like this. So, what do we call her and what are her powers? So she's going to have this huge kitty cat. And I think part of her adaptation, I want to maybe change her eyes to look like the cat's or not. Oh, yeah. The idea is that the glory gear also changes you. Like you change and the gear changes too. So you become like, also you become better adapted to certain things. So if you keep fighting, you'll get bigger and stronger. Literally, like start growing again, taller and stuff. Oh, that's cool. Good thing I spoke this into existence and put it on video because now it's mine. Ha! Yeah. Um, all right. And that's kind of interesting, I think. You know, can you imagine a world like this, um, where there's a control? Huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Multiverse, baby. We're gonna do something rad with these characters in this concept. Um, there is actually something in the works, but I have to keep it a secret for now. However, please remember to like, share, and subscribe while you watch me draw these wonderful things. I don't know if you think they're wonderful. I think they're wonderful. They're from my imagine. No, not actually. Well, yes. The fact that I used the Pinterest screenshot as a sort of exercise, like the this is like pure joy. Like considering the originality of all of these characters that have come out. Like no, they're not 100% original, but like I haven't seen anything that looks exactly like this stuff. Not exactly. It's mine. It's my cool stuff that I'm making, and it's great. Um, anyhow, yes, use the guide feature because then you can do that lickety split, quick sticks without actually having to think about it too much. All right. So I should turn my phone upside down, shouldn't I, if I'm trying to do videos like this? Um, so I'm not distracted and I can focus perfectly. All right, just outlining the squares. Once again, this isn't the final artwork. It is the design phase. Yes, I'm spending an inordinate amount of time doing it, and we can create artworks from it. It's going to make a magnificent portfolio, I think, as well. And yeah. Oh, dreadlocks. She has to have dreadlocks. What? Cultural appropriation? Cancel him! Ha ha ha! No, really? I gave her dreadlocks. It looks cool. And she's got like magic rings on her dreadlocks. So I think there's something going to happen there. And she's a witch, of course. You need to give her a magnificent hat. She's going to have a fantastic plumed hat. But with the whole deal here, like the intention is that everything in the outfit serves a purpose, does a thing, is adapted to something. There's nothing wasted. So we've got to really think carefully about what the function of each component is going to be, like storage, protection, defense, attack, like information gathering, sensory organs. I mean, imagine the fact that the fur on the coat, they're all like whiskers. And there are whiskers that can detect sound, and there are whiskers that can detect air movement, just from the vibration. Like that would be like a massive sensory map. She'd be able to find things and see things and hear things from miles away. Huh. Yeah, like an extra sensory perception thing. Ah, yes, that's clever. Okay, and then the teeth are, of course, offense defense. Like imagine that cape wrapping itself around you and like right, sliding the edge with those sharp teeth. Razor sharp teeth is. Yeah. Yeah, no, she'll mess you up. This lady's meant dressed for business. Like big, big scary business. Anyway, big scary business dress up. This is that. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, look, it's a dress up doll. Little bits appearing one after the other. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the trash I talk or the pictures I draw. It's great having you. I'm truly grateful for your focus and attention. Have a magnificent day.